Hey everyone, I'm going to be showing you some Tom Ford brush dupes. Now don't get too excited because these aren't the kind of dupes where, you know, the Tom Ford brush cost $100 and I found a dupe for you that only costs $1. No, sadly not. But they are dupes and they are better dupes than Tom Ford brushes. So rather than yap on, let's just make a start. This is the number 6 Tom Ford brush, which is a lovely kind of bronzer powder brush, blusher brush. Quite big, and it's actually very firm, which gives quite a contoured look to the blush. A dupe is the Hak brush. This is part of the J series, which is the J5543 brush. This is that one. This one is 50 times softer than the Tom Ford one and more flexibility, which means you get a much sheerer application of blush. This is great for bronzing as well. Wonderful brush, and it's much cheaper than the Tom Ford one. So the only problem with the J series is that they're bloody white. And white brushes look amazing until you use them, and then you gotta scrub the buggers until then, you know, no longer white. The next one is the Tom Ford Crease brush, number 13, looks like this. It's a lovely crease brush. A dupe for it, which is a really nice dupe, is the J142 series. It's lovely. Another part of the J series. This is the Hak one. This is the Tom Ford one. Except this one is like $20. And this one isn't. I think this one in the UK is like 40 something dollars, 40 pounds, so it's really expensive. But again, the Tom Ford one is soft, the Hak one is much softer. This is the number 11 brush by Tom Ford, which is kind of an eyeshadow brush, but also wonderful as a blending brush. I think that this is a dupe as well of, oh, there's no bloody, they don't number them, Hak, right? And you have to, I stick the sticky thing on them because they can't be bothered to number them, which is naughty because they're a great company. J5523 is basically a knockoff of the MAC 217. Got there in the end. Oh, right, there you go. You can see that the head is much smaller, but it's a much better brush all around. This is still a wonderful brush to have, the Tom Ford one. You could get like 3 of these for the price of this one. So, you know, it's a no-brainer. And last but not least, and this isn't so much a dupe, but it's a much more, am I back in focus? Because this camera costs like $2.5 grand. Why am I not in focus? Oh, I'm back in focus. Tom Ford, kind of pencil liner brush, number 14. Now to me, this is the G5514 BKSL. Nice name. I think this is a much more realistic pencil brush. It's smaller. It's much smaller. We don't all have big eyelids, and you can then smoke out your liner really nicely. You can go underneath really tightly as well. Whereas with a big brush, you're getting a much thicker line, even with light eyeshadow. So I think that this is kind of a much nicer option. But there you go, I just thought I'd share a few little beauties with you while my camera doesn't want to play up. And I will see you all next time. Thanks so much for your time, bye-bye.